Hello, my people, my beautiful and handsome viewers. Welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, I greet you as usual. I greet you at your location time. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And for those people who have already sleeping, good night. Yeah, we don't carry and come again, you know what you love, the update. It's like Bola met Tinubu, Omolodo there. You don't enter another soup of trouble. Another soup, another why trouble no dey finish for this man neck, for God's sake. If you go dey enter one trouble and the other, just enter. You never finish one, you will enter another one. Now this one now, I don't know, maybe in fact this man, don't let me talk too much, let me just play you the video to know what I'm talking about. And please don't forget, share our video, leave your comment and like it, okay? Thank you, God will bless you. So let me play you the video. It is video I have for you. So let's hear from the RSTV. Okay, let's go.
Has been given to President Bola Tinubu by the Nigeria Labour Congress to reverse what it calls the all anti-poor people policies, which include the price of premium spirit or petrol. This is made known in a communique at the end of his...
Sorry, I don't know why this one is coming up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. This is disturbing. Okay.
Made known in a communique at the end of his Central Working Committee meeting.
The network is roaming. Let's wait a little bit.
Where the union threatened to embark on a total and indefinite strike from Wednesday, August 2. NLC President Joao co-signed the communique, and the union's General Secretary Emmanuel Ugwaja, according to the NLC, the federal government has shown enormous disdain and contempt for the Nigerian people and has declared a war of attrition on Nigerian workers in masses. The Labour Union said since the president's subsidy is gone forever, speech on Inauguration Day on May 29, the peace of mind of Nigerians has gone. In action by the Nigerian Labour Congress and joined live in the studio by Benson Upa, who is the head of information and public affairs. Good to see you, thanks for your time.
What do you slow?
From the gentleman.
Many Nigerians
they say the man Bola Ahmed Tinubu, your selecting president, is facing perjury, is facing another allegation. So that is update we have for you today. So please, let's continue listening. Thank you. God will bless you. Please drop your comment. It's very important. You are the judges, so I am the announcer. So judge on him because he's still on the president's seat. So whatever the judgment you give to him, it pleases me. So I don't have any option on that. So please, let's continue watching.
Have abandoned Nigerians. They were, handing gloves to the government, trying to suffocate the masses and not allow them breathe, just as the president had advised. So now, let us in on how...
Let us breathe. Let the masses breathe.
Reached out to...
you are choking us.
...decision to fight back on behalf of the people.
Well, quite simple. You recall on his inauguration day, May 29th, right at the Eagle Square, while the dust was seen to settle from the hooves of the horses that carried the cavalry troops. Mr. President announced with all candor, if you don't mind, I added that with all the arrogance the president could carry, that subsidy is gone and it's gone.
Subsidy is gone, but the trouble is coming.
Was doing that, subsidy was expected to run till the end of June. So he was breaching the Appropriation Act. And you know the consequence of breaching the Appropriation Act is an impeachable offense. If a president violates the Appropriation Act without a recourse to the National Assembly. It's a very serious offense. He did that. 2 or 3 days afterwards, the NNPC raised, the pump price of PMS. It was staggered. At Abuja here, 530 something naira per liter. Of course, we were all alarmed, like other Nigerians. And we sounded out, I will give out a notice that we will protest against this. Nigerians were outraged that
Thank you. Please share our program.
In good conscience,
God will bless you.
We said, okay, let's listen to the government. And we had a meeting at the villa. There were 2 meetings, principally speaking. And the second meeting, while it was holding, the government acted in bad faith and procured, by way of procuring a restraining order from the court to stop the protest, while it lured us into the villa to be negotiating. And Suleiman, let me tell you this. Even the process of that service was deficient in law. You do not unilaterally do substituted service. You've got to obtain that through the leave of the court. They didn't come to serve us notice and we rejected it, but they came in a truck, 3 truckloads of policemen, and they came and pasted that notice while we were holding conversation in the villa. Nonetheless, we said, for the benefit of Nigerians, let us listen to government for everybody's sake. And after our conversations, we eventually agreed, and I'm going to read verbatim to you briefly.
Go ahead.
The government and TUC and LC to establish a joint committee to review the proposal for any wage increase or award and establish a framework and timeline for implementation. 2, the federal government and TUC and LC to review World Bank Finance Cash Transfer Scheme and propose inclusion of low-income earners in the program. The federal government, the TUC and LC to revive the CNG conversion program earlier agreed with labor centers in 2021 and work out detailed implementation and timing. 4, the labor centers and federal government to review issues hindering effective delivery in the education sector and propose solutions for implementation. 5, the labor centers and the federal government to review and establish the framework for completion of the rehabilitation of the nation's refineries. 6, the federal government to provide a framework for the maintenance of roads and expansion of rail networks across the country. And finally, all other demands submitted by TUC, the federal government, will be assessed by the joint committee. So you could see that these were issues that cut across not just workers, every Nigerian. And we signed. And looking back now, we are glad that we signed this document. Had we not signed it, that some elements today would have been saying labor busybody. If they had they allowed the government, the outcome would have been good. We signed, and what has the outcome become? First and foremost, government acted in breach. It didn't keep any of these agreements. 2, barely a month after, prices went up. Okay? Government did not accept liability. NNPC did not accept liability. They said it was market forces. Who are market forces, or which are market forces? Nigerians became alarmed and found out that this journey has no destination.
But again, we'll come back to why Labour is now, ready to fight.
I'll give you the answer if you want it now.
No. I'll save that for later.
Okay.
Because I'm not done with this yet, and it has to do with at what point do you think that the explanation? Because when they spoke about market forces, recall the country has a weak naira, and we've also seen an increase in the barrel of petroleum product across the world. So, and knowing full well that this definitely will have a ripple effect to what pricing you'll be getting. And for the first time, you're getting to see more people in a long time getting into the procurement of petroleum product alongside NNPC. So these are the forces they spoke about. Did Labour also try to investigate to see if this actually made any sense?
First, let me just explain this to you.
Did Labour also try to investigate to see if this actually made any sense?
First, let me just explain this to you. No, I've made this point and I'm going to repeat it here. No government, no reasonable government acting reasonably leaves its national currency to the forces of the market. Even if that government happens to be Chinese government, which manufactures virtually everything under the sun. You must never, ever, if you do, there will be unintended consequences. When the government of Nigeria, when this government decided to leave its naira to the forces of the market, the first thing that happened was that our debt stock moved that day from 72 trillion to 81 trillion naira. 9 trillion. Meaning that we will have to, our debt service obligation also rose. Okay? Why would you do that? You don't sell anything beyond the crude oil since 1958 to date that you've not been able to crack and market out. When you crack the crude, you're going to have a minimum of 4 byproducts. Of course, it is endless. From PMS to kerosene to all the other entities and then to dislodge. We've not been able to do that. We don't sell anything. For the countries that manipulate their currency, that devalue.
Sorry, guys. This is another. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry for this commercial something, you know. Just baffle me here.
Currency that devalue when they want is because they want their products and services to be competitive in the international market. We're not selling it beyond crude, and crude oil sells in dollars. So why would you devalue your naira? And they try to criminalize the previous administration by saying that it ran multiple exchange rates. Any reasonable central bank governor must be able to manage their currency with subtlety and wisdom, and not leave it to the forces of the market. So we can now see what the forces of the market are doing to us. Let me tell you, and let me also tell you this.
Are you giving
Suleiman, let me tell you this.
Now to Buhari administration and Emefiele at CBN?
Unabashedly, yes. Because, you know...
So we're missing Buhari now.
We have started missing him. And for those who are saying, the end of Nigeria was Buhari, I said, I kept reminding them, I said, look, you cannot, it's not fair to assess any leader based on what the leader did or failed to do. You must extend it to what those who succeed in do or fail to do. Okay? In fact, there are skits now, social media. Some people crying, oh, Buhari, where are you? I have some here on my listing. The man has not left up to 2 months. So, you see? So, nobody, but Buhari tried to manage this. At the point he did ask. He said, if you devalue the naira to this extent, what are we going to gain from it? Nobody was able to explain this to him. And you also remember, he started with tremendous pressure. I'm not a Buhari spokesperson. He had competent, and he still does have competent spokespersons for him. He refused to do this. A new president coming in, who still had 1 month to consult with the critical stakeholders, within which now to put in place. But let me land.
We're closing. We're trying to wind down because some of the talk out there by Nigerians is that Labour decided to back down because Labour is a big friend of the president.
There is nothing. In fact, it is a pride to be a friend of any president. Okay, but I want to tell you that Labour decided not to protest the first time because when they sat down, don't forget that Labour sounded a notice, gave a notice, we are going on protest. And government said, come, let us talk. And we went, and the government talked. And among the things that we put on the table is that we are going to have an alternative to PMS, and it's CNG, compressed natural gas. And we have an entity known as Inosi Motors that has capacity to do this, to convert our vehicles and to also manufacture new vehicles that will consume a CNG. The equivalent of CNG to a liter, that price is about 190 to 100 naira. While PMS was going for 530 naira. And we met with Innocent Motors. And let me tell you this, it was not the first meeting. There was an earlier agreement in 2020 with government involved
Christopher,
that there was going to be a process of conversion. So that
to the platform.
Have choice.
Thank you. God will bless you.
Not
Share our program.
PMS, we could also rely on
share.
In Brazil, for instance,
go around.
Virtually every vehicle has 2 tanks. If you want PMS, if you want to fuel
yeah,
from
first time in our program, please share it.
Another country. So
share, like,
that we rely
and
on
drop your comments.
Virtually one source.
So what's the way out quickly now?
Now the way.
May God no allow us miss Buhari. I have said it.
They say they are missing Buhari now. You know, say they are missing Buhari. So the Emilokan regime is peppering them, you know, is torturing them. So Emilokan now is is an imbecile. So this is what is going on in this, when you are doing try by error, when you are not capable to do something, you know, when you are full of lie, you are full of deceive, you know. So this is how it's gonna bring your tenor, your this thing, your presidency. This is how the result is gonna be, because you are not capable of handling the presidency in the first place. You are not competent, and we have told you several times, Baba, go and relax. You are too old for all these things, you know. Your age is telling, but you are doing all this stubbornness, you know, all this stone head. Anyway, guys, let me give you another video of what is coming up for today's update, you know. It's Asari Doku. So it's in pursuit. Asari Doku is in pursuit. The army have raised up the alarm that they are looking for him. So because he has so much weapon that is stockpiling, and we say no, this is not our judiciary, this is not our system. It's supposed not to stand in our system for somebody to be creating his own army under somebody's regime, you know. You want to bring anarchy, you want to bring chaos in the country. So we have condemned it, and it will never stand. So listen to this gentleman, this army officer, you know, what they said about the
strike.
This is
it shows that he's building seriously on the already solid foundation that has been laid.
This is the man
By the former governor, His Excellency Barrister Nyesomuji. So congratulations, sir. Our pledge to you is that the Nigerian Army will continue to support all your activities within limited resources available to us. I will continue to support your government. I will continue to cooperate with you. I will continue to be there all the time for you, sir.
This is the video.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Asari Dokun is on pursuit, is on the run.
Of ours, where law and order should be.
They should arrest him.
That people can parade arms
Yeah.
before Nigerian army. There is a camp somewhere in Degema somewhere. It is a base, a military base, and people parade arms around there.
They are parading arms, a strong ammunition, AK-47. They want to invade the country.
Say 47 or 48, whatever they call it. I'm not used to it.
It's AK-47 is carried. The man is showcasing the AK-47.
And you don't do anything about it.
It's supposed to be jailed. It's a militant.
It's an insult to the states and also an insult to the federal government of Nigeria.
Yeah, it's an insult.
You need to work on that.
It's an insult to us.
Coming from, maybe people have a reason for it, but look into it.
So that is it. So that is it. That is just a tip, you know. So Asari Dokubo should be arrested and put to jail forever, to be locked up. It's a baboos, you know. He's carrying AK-47, just showcasing AK-47. Why the man is not a military, you know? It's not an official. It's not in any official some place, whether police or army. So why is he showcasing AK-47? That is what we are questioning him for. So they should brought him to justice. Justice must be served. Justice will stand. So that is it. Anyway, so I will have it now, you know, just to drop your comment, you know. If you have any comment, drop it at the comment section. So we'll close the program now. So my name is Timo Starboy, channel blogs on Facebook. On Twitter, Timothy Oladipo 1, at Timothy Oladipo 1. On YouTube, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. So please join us in all our program, you know. So, and if you love it, please give us like. So just support our ministry, okay? So it's not too much to like us, to follow us, you know. So we are not asking too much. We are not asking your money. We don't ask for money here. So we even give money out for those people who need it. So please just support us by liking and sharing our program, okay? So God will bless you and bless your home. So have a wonderful day. Bye from now till next time, maybe next week. Or if I see other updates tomorrow, surely I will bring it to your doorstep, you know. So I want you to be enlightened, you know. I want you to be sharing the everything that is surrounding you, to share the light, you know, to let the darkness to fade away. We want the darkness to fade away. Darkness is not good in our society. It's never good in our body, you know. It's only bad people, only evil people, they live in darkness. And wherever there is light, the darkness will vanish. It will disappear. That's all I know. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Love you all. Take care.